Jessica, I was reading through your writing here. Everything's making pretty darn good sense. Um, so good job there. Let's go ahead and jump over. I've got the banner open, and let's go ahead and let me make some comments here. Okay, first, I think the background image is pretty busy. There's a lot of texture in this background image, and that's creating a little bit of difficulty reading the text, specifically the logo over here. As you can see, you can't even, I mean, that's almost impossible to read. You know, I want to check something really quick because I'm looking at that logo and I want to compare it to the original because honestly, it does look a little bit distorted. So let me go ahead and open this. Okay, and there's the logo. So let me see, how do I want to do this? Let's go like this. Trying to get a look at both of them at the same time here. And boy, tough one. It is. Oh boy. It's really hard to say if it is distorted. It's distorted just a little bit, but it does look a little distorted, not much. But as you can see, just take a look at the shape of the logo mark itself. This one seems to be a little bit longer and a little bit more narrow than this. That indicates, actually, also look at the negative space here of this A. We can see that shape's a little different. I think this was stretched a little bit, or otherwise distorted. And that typically happens on placement. Once you place the logo and you want to go to resize it, you click the logo and then you grab the corner bounding box with your cursor, right? But make sure you hold that shift key down to constrain the aspect ratio of the original logo. I'm not sold on this logo. I think it's too difficult to read. I would use the purple logo. I would. I think it's going to be much more visible. This guy right here. I think that's going to be a lot more visible. So consider that. I think your type is a little bit difficult to read. Try a different color for the typeface. See how that works. You could also possibly try duplicating the type, placing a darker color behind, and offsetting that. That is covered in the course announcement. Why you shouldn't stroke your text in design. So check that out. You'll see that might provide a reasonable alternative. Again, it's just that the relationship between this really highly textured background with the trees, the sand, the rocks, the water, the wave, and the clouds, especially, is creating this a little bit difficult to read. The animation, I can see the animation working, but it's not. It's my recommendation is just to go ahead and speed up your animations a little bit. It's really smart not to animate to full opaque. So, I mean, to make it completely invisible, in case the viewer looks at that time, they won't see the promotion. So it's good to have it not all the way disappeared, but partially, so it's visible. Then bring it to full opacity, and then bring it back to partial opacity, and then continue that loop. And I would do a little bit quicker than this because right now it's even hard to notice that it is even animated. Now, one of your options here, by the way, I noticed that the location isn't in here. So don't forget, you have to include the location. You can just include something like, located in beautiful U.S. Caribbean or U.S. Virgin Islands or something like that. And then also, of course, the masked image isn't here either. And that is a requirement. So we're going to definitely need to include that masked image. Okay, now also let's think about hierarchy. Right now, hierarchy indicates that think of a newspaper. The largest type should be the headline, followed by the subhead. The smallest line should be the body copy. So my recommendation is to either increase this or decrease this, or some combination of both. And then also regarding the background image, since it's so busy, you can swap this out for another image if you want, as long as the verbiage and the promotion are consistent with the magazine ad. The adaptation will be fine. You don't necessarily have to use the exact same image as long as it's something that's stylistically very, very similar. So another beach image might just work for this, something that has the same configuration of a beach with the sky, the surf, and part of the beach. You see what I'm saying? Preferably, you would find an image that doesn't have so much texture background. This is kind of antithetical to a Caribbean resort in that there are definitely storm clouds rolling in here. So I don't think the client would probably wouldn't appreciate or probably wouldn't desire to have rain clouds or storm clouds present in a banner ad for a Caribbean resort. Makes sense. Okay, so other than that, great start. Thank you very much. If you have any questions at all, please let me know. I'll be glad to make any necessary clarifications. Thank you very much.